Good morning. It's a quiet Saturday morning around here, and I just wanted to share a little bit about a Bible study that I'm really enjoying right now and a few words from that. So, this is the book. It is so good, and every day I read a psalm, and it asks me a few questions about that and really encourages me to dig deep into what those words have to say. And I think often I read the Psalms and I just kind of skim through it and I enjoy them and I worship through them and they're encouraging, but this book has really helped me to look deeply at a psalm each day, and the questions it asks really helps me walk away with a more complete understanding of what that psalm had to say, and encouraging me to think on those things then throughout the day. And a couple things that I've come away with so far are just the emotions that the Psalms are filled with, and it's been good for me because I think sometimes we look at our emotions and we debate if they're godly or spiritual, and David just pours them out. He doesn't sift through them, he just pours them out, and God can take that. And that's been a really powerful reminder to me during this season that I can just let go of it, and I don't need to necessarily try to process it all or make sense of it before just laying at God's feet and recognizing that He's in control and sovereign, and I can rest in that. So I just wanted to share a little encouragement from one of the chapters that I read this week. This was from Psalm 143. And verse 6 says, "I stretch out my hands to you. My soul longs for you as a parched land." And honestly, I've been feeling a little parched lately. And to know that I can bring that to God and I can stretch my hands out to Him and it doesn't necessarily solve it. It doesn't fix anything, but it does give me a greater peace and a bigger sense of rest that I just need right now. And to start my day that way, and then to process that throughout the day, and resting in God's righteousness and His loving kindness. And that is what my prayer is based on, is on Him and not on me. And the other thing I love about this book is at the end of each day, after we've gone through these and just setting that tone for each day and forcing my eyes to look to Him, it wraps up with a little psalm, and a little hymn, and these are hymns from my youth that many of them have not sung for years and years, and yet the tunes are familiar to me, and I find myself singing them as I wrap up my time in the Word, and I love that. But my takeaway from Psalm 143 was this. It said, "Teach me, lead me, let me hear your voice every moment and all day long." Even though His voice isn't crowded out in the busyness right now, His voice can still get crowded out in the mundane and in the routine and in the emotion that is stirred up during this time. So I just wanted you all to know that I am praying for you, and encourage you to dig deep into the Psalms and pour your emotion out to God, because He has a powerful way of redeeming that. And that's my prayer for this season, that God would redeem each one of these days. So thank you. Hope you guys have a great weekend and find time set aside to worship God and to be in His Word. Bye.